Okay, this is a part 2. Now I'm going to start here in Jeremiah 61:1. The Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah power is upon me. Because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings. Right now we're in America and the world. No, for all you assholes who want to say if you don't like America, leave. It doesn't matter where you go. The so-called white man, and by when I say white man, I mean the Jews, the Jewish, the Ashkenazi. Amalek has its tentacles throughout the entire earth. So it doesn't matter if you're in Africa, if you go back to Africa. It doesn't matter if you go to China. The so-called white man is in control of the earth. And we're not just talking about being free from America. We're talking about being free from the clutches of the so-called white man, no longer having to be under his thumb. And it's undeniable that his influence runs throughout the entire world. So I just want to clear that up. And, you know, all you retards, our people were here in America first before the so-called white man got here. So, yeah, there's that. And he stole this land. You can use that bullshit talking about how there were some of the Gadites that made deals with the so-called white man, and there may have been some plants plants the so-called white man had fucking manipulated into getting the land. But that doesn't change the fact that he came over here and fucked over our people and stole it. You can try to talk all around it all you fucking want. This is our land, and the piece of shit stole it. And you niggas may not believe in justice and righteousness, but thank God there's a God in heaven that does, who trumps all of you fucking pieces of shit peons. And as you can see, your beloved America is going down the fucking drain, and there's nothing you bitch ass niggas can do about it. So I just wanted to say that. Because you got a lot of people that say if you don't like America, leave it. Okay, well, how about this? How about we watch this bitch burn and you and your families burn with it? How about that, bitch? But to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our power, to come for all that mourn, which is our people. It says to come for all that mourn. Who is that all? To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion. And the Lord does that often, where he'll say something, or even Yahweh Shai, right? Yahweh Shai will say something like a parable, and then he would expound upon it. Same thing with this. The Lord will say something seemingly general, but then he'll get specific. It says to appoint to all that mourn. Well, everybody in the earth is mourning right now, technically. But who is that all that the Lord is referring to? He's referring to his people. And it says it here, to all that mourn is Zion, which is Israel, which is us. To give unto them beauty for ashes. And what this is the Lord describing, bringing us back to I don't want to say former glory, because we're gonna, because like what the kingdom was supposed to be with King Solomon, but you know how that went. But the Lord's going to give us new, perfect, immortal bodies. So, better glory. Going to bring us back into a better glory. Well, I'm not even going to say that. But to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called the trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified. And they shall build the old wastes, they shall raise up the former desolations, they shall repair the waste cities and the desolation of many generations. And once again, the Lord, he's going to, our land is going to be purified and cleansed, and we're going to be able to dwell over there in peace and rule over the heathen. And, let me see here. You got Jeremiah 30:16, He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Who's a prominent, everybody, their slavery has been all throughout the Bible. We have a law on how we're to conduct servitude with Hebrew slaves, Hebrew servants, we're supposed to do business with them righteously. There's a set time we're supposed to hold on to them unless they would like to stay with their master. And if I'm not mistaken, when we release them from servitude, we're supposed to give them a severance package as well. You know, there's a whole way we're to conduct servitude. But when you go with how the so-called white man did it, see, slavery has always been throughout history. But the reason why the translated slave trade is so fucking highlighted is because of the way in which the white man did it. It's the most brutal form of slavery that has ever been. This nigga literally made an attempt, and he was damn near successful in not only systematically destroying the people, but also destroying their heritage completely. Yeah, Zugba put up this video going into, I think it was Umar Johnson, that was talking about how the so-called white man had, in order for him to completely destroy our people, he destroyed the family structure. You know, with giving incentives to women to no longer want to have men in the house. You know, to push Planned Parenthood, to push all these types of doctrines and dogma. It was mainly geared towards the woman. You know, but also with men, right? Because like not teaching Israelite, giving Israelite men bullshit education that wouldn't really do anything for them in the long run. You know, instead of teaching them actual skills, teaching them bullshit. Giving them college degrees, but when they get college degrees, they're hundreds of $1,000s in debt. And not only that, but there's no guarantee of those 4, 6, 7 years in college. There's no guarantee that there's going to be a job waiting for you. So you may get out of college, you have all these qualifications, but you can't get a job in your field. So you got to go to some other slave labor job. But then you're overqualified, so they won't hire you there. So you're shit out of fucking luck. So there's all these little things that pretty much add up and built up over time to the complete annihilation of our people. And once again, one of the biggest things is how rap music, black culture, pushing this shit onto our people, which they cling on to because our people have nothing else to hold on to. And whose fault is that? The so-called white man. There's a book I think it's a book and a saying called "Kill the Indian, Save the Man," which is essentially destroy his heritage and reform, assimilate the man under white culture, but get rid of his heritage, beat his heritage out of him. Why do you think they have something called the Slave Bible, which is a variation, which is certain ton of different scriptures of history and revolts that were taken out of the scriptures, and just scripts of fucking serve your master and shit like that was left in the Bible. Things that the white man could easily spin around to convince our people that, hey, slavery is good. This is what you're supposed to be doing. And here it says in the Bible, this is how you're supposed to be doing things. How we tell you to do things. All these little things add up to the destruction of our people. And once again, you can say, hey, how is this affecting our people now? Well, the damage has already been done, first of all. That's the thing. Like, how is this affecting our people? The damage has already been fucking done. And you can see it. Our people you gotta look into history. You can try to use all these bullshit excuses, but the damage has already been done, and the so-called white man's track record shows it. But, for all of this, once again, our people are broken down, and this is describing the Lord building up our people. And there's Isaiah 49 and 23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, lick up the dust of thy feet, thou shalt know that I am the Lord, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. And once again, we're gonna there's gonna be a hierarchy, but we're gonna be over the ruling nation, just like the so-called white man is the ruling nation over the earth. We're going to be, the Israelites are going to be the ruling nation over the entire universe under Yahweh Shemal Shai. But this is, once again, this is going into the building up of our people, building of a nation, birth of a nation. It's not some cool thing because, like, you know, assholes try to say, hey, the heathen can be saved too. And ultimately, there's a scripture that says, he is unjust, let him be unjust still. These niggas are clearly not going to change, you know, what it is that they're teaching. But, you know, just for the sake of edification. You know, that's what this is about. Building a foundation for our people so we can build into eternity and have something, their governors shall be of themselves. Jeremiah 30:21. And their nobles shall be of themselves, and their governor shall proceed from the midst of them, and I will cause him to draw near, and he shall approach unto me. For who is that engaged his heart to approach unto me, saith the Lord? He shall be my people, and I will be your power. And it says what our nobles are going to be of our own people. Our government is going to be chocked full of people with our best interests, our own people. You're not going to have to vote for another nigga. Their governors shall proceed from the midst of them. Once again, every nation has the interests of their own people at heart. Trump is no different, and all you people are seeing that now. Trump don't give a fuck about any of you people. But that's what it is. That's what it's about. You know, gaining control. It's for the crown. It's for the throne. The queen is dead, my nigga. The seat is vacant. It's for the throne. But hope is that fine. Say all praises, glory, and honor. How about Shema Sheb, Hashem God Flash. The Bible says, "Elders, apostles, and teachers, great mill, some calling the truth. Shalom to hopefully Israel, instruction, battle on Great America."